he has a daughter. Like, you know, she's
We saw that with
representation.
Jay-Z when they had Blue Ivy. He came out and said, okay, I look at the world differently now that I have a daughter. Even the music is going to be different.
Yeah, because you always can't be talking about smacking women's behinds,
Yeah.
and then you have a daughter. Like, how are you going to feel seeing these young boys singing about smacking your daughter's behind? Like, no, guys. So I hope it does bring about change in his life. I hope it makes him look at the world very. As a sad fun fact, he wasn't around for the birth of his daughter. He was actually having a show.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I was like,
working.
oh.
Thank goodness for like the first. At the
I
first,
want
thank goodness
my
for
partner
that.
to be there.
But what if he can't?
Hey, let's clinch. We'll just.
You're not that impossible. What if
I'm
he
like,
can't?
look, your dad's gonna be here soon. You gotta wait. That's how we're gonna do it. But I would really, really love my partner to be there. So I felt
I'm
so
not
bad
sure,
when he was like, well, I'm just coming back from Tanzania. So I said, okay, sure, no problem. We'll call you on the road. It's not a problem. We don't mind. In fact, we love that you be on the road. And says, yeah, I wasn't here. Can you imagine? I was like, oh. But yeah, it was really great to catch up with him. So we'll get to share that with you. And also, he's got a new single out called I'm Sorry. And the visuals are pretty dope. The visuals are
They
pretty dope.
really are. To talk to him about that.
Yeah.
Now, also on the show today being a Monday, you know, we have to get into wow. So, what a weekend it's been. On a sad note, a bus caught fire on the road. Thank goodness nobody died. Nobody was hurt. Unfortunately, people lost their luggage in the bus, but thank goodness nobody was hurt. Now, another story that has been talked about over the weekend is a married woman, a Lusaka married woman, who was caught red-handed by her husband with her stepson.
Scandalous.
Scandalous, and it's sad that the husband killed the son.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
sad.
That's the
Yeah.
sad part about
That's
it.
so sad. Why? It just makes me ask, why are people getting married? Why are you marrying this man if you're attracted?
Me, I'm like, how could you kill your own son
because
over
of a
a
woman?
woman?
But
Really?
also, Malama, no. Like, you're married to a man and then his son? His son? Nah.
Okay, no, of course that would
No.
be out of order.
Yeah. it even sounds wrong. That's
Of
like,
course that would
he
be out of
probably caught her. Now it's just sickening.
I
in the head.
mean, look, we see these things happening all the time.
Do
it's
they?
not right. For me, one of my first concerns was he of legal age? Because then she
Yes,
could
he
have
was.
been a pedophile in the situation. Like, those are things we need to think about. Because, yes, they are women abusers, so we need to put that into consideration. And when I saw, okay, yeah,
He was of legal
he's of legal age, fine.
He was
Meaning
a-
those
he
are
was a
two
fine-looking
consenting
man.
adults.
He was a fine looking man.
There you go, that's
But no, he still has son. No. Another thing we'll talk about. So, because of the Millie Meal shortages, people have been going to these chain stores and getting those bags of Millie Meal, reselling them at a higher price. And this took Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo to take action on that. Action that hasn't been received so well by many people. But we'll
The
talk
people
about
are
that when we get.
pissed.
People are pissed. People are really pissed. So we'll talk about that also in WOW. And we definitely need to get an update on the coronavirus because President Paul Kagame has taken part in the Safe Hands Challenge. I think he's super cool, that man. In the Safe Hands Challenge, and he's challenging other
A
presidents
lot
to
of
do
people
the same.
disagree.
People disagree. You two disagree. I think
Things that happen in their country, especially when it comes to the political scene, is a bit. You're like, oh wow,
because it's still in the works, and then later on they're like, oh my, we had such a great person. This happens. People don't appreciate someone in real time. Like, years later is when you appreciate someone's works.
But it's difficult to appreciate someone if they're also doing bad things. Like,
Have you noticed
no matter how good you do, like,
"Ooh, sis Kenneth counted this way?" So people they always do that with a person. I feel it's the same story even with Paul Kagame. I choose to look at the good side.
for me, I see it all. I look at the news sometimes and I'm like, yo, what a wow, Paul, what a
But don't you
wow.
think seeing something from the outside is Wow, Malama. Wow.
Wow. My humble apologies, my utmost apologies about that. But anyway, let's move on from there. Coronavirus is so bad, okay? It's so bad that in China, people are actually divorced because they can't stand, couples can't stand to be around each other anymore. They are done and just sick and tired of one another and are looking forward to getting divorced. It's the highest record they've seen in divorce cases building up, and the reason behind it is Corona. So I'll be sharing with you a little bit later on that. But also, there's something I came across on social media, and this had me very, very concerned. There's a young lady of a certain university, a local university. She's been selling V-Wash, which is like vaginal washes, like a hygiene wash. She's been selling condoms, and she's also been selling the morning after pill. Now, I was concerned because I was thinking to myself, isn't this not illegal? Aren't you supposed to buy, especially like a morning after the pill or a V-Wash from the pharmacy? Because at least they legalized to do it. And what happens if this girl buys a bad batch of morning after pills? And especially because we're not even supposed to be taking them that often. Yes, sexual encounters may be high in universities, but there must be a concern as well as to the intake of some of these. So we're going to get that into that a little bit later. We'll be speaking to somebody from Zamra. And maybe they can just give us a few guidelines as to whether or not we should be engaging. And also, should we report such people that are illegally selling products like that? But, hey, for the convo today, mama. So, Uncle Gesh Groove, right, posted, shared a story on his Twitter about how much he pays his maid and his house help. I hate the term maid. How much he pays. I know, but I just don't like the term maid. It just makes me feel bad when I say it. So how much he pays the house help, and he revealed that she had stolen some money, regardless of like the little
$300.
300. The reason why we're talking about this, of course, there's a lot of theft that happens in a home when you've got house help. So we want to know from you, okay, what your reaction was once you found out that your house help was stealing from your house. What was your reaction once you found out that your house help was stealing from your home? Rose CBC had an interesting story to share as well. Chacha Namushi Cotton as well had an interesting story to share. So we'll get into that and much more right after this.
This March, Zambezi Magic brings you a different take of the movie festival.
Who did this to you, princess?
I don't know, Dad.
Let's go into a world of taste and wonder, where homegrown natural ingredients burst with the flavor of real buttery love. From the skilled bakers at Amazon comes a fabulous shortbread biscuit baked to absolute perfection. Chelsea Shortbread Biscuits, made with real butter for that superb melt-in-your-mouth experience. Once you take a bite of Chelsea Shortbread Biscuits, you experience the wonder and magic that goes into the making of perfect shortbread biscuit. So take a bite and enjoy Chelsea Shortbread Biscuits from Amazon. We bake them better.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Hello, pesa nyumba? Yes, madam. My men are on the ground. Balecha nakalaka dark dream color mwale fire mixed naka sunset gold. You like it? Hi! Hii ni kateshi. Kai Kateshi is a magical color. For you to appreciate it, if I can have Monica Dim like that,
I know. Me, I'm a woman of class. I love quality things. What am I rubbish? I'm my pen time.
Narukamba ine. Let's buy colossal quality pen. Osati mapratanga pen here.
Sure.
Me, I'm just a painter.
Clearly, there's no paint job quite like a Colossal paint job. Choose from a variety of high-quality coats that will give you a professional finish every time.
Wow! This is exactly what I wanted.
Colossal, paint like no other.
Touching food before washing after changing diapers. This is tantamount to dangerous cooking.
Tawa ishiba tama James ya nomba fibondo. Tayapu alalanga ma James ya kare.
Manja mako tuma James tuchachabe pate after pate. That's why Funko Sambila na hygienic soap. Ili na active silver technology wambera.
Soap with technology.
Officer Papi!
Call police, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta her right now.
You are under Samba in the laws of hygienics.
Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
Are you ready to win big? Get into the game for real with a sport betting app shaking Zambia. CastleBet. Visit www.castle.bet to play. Call now or WhatsApp on 0969 966 599. CastleBet offers fast, instant payouts as soon as the final whistle blows. Cash out winnings instantly via MTN or Airtel Mobile Money or FNB ATM. Get into the game wherever you are. In the office, at the bar with friends, or even at home watching TV. Win 800,000 kwacha on any game thanks to the CastleBet app. You can even bet live during the match as you watch the game on TV. Join online in less than 30 seconds by visiting www.castle.bet or call or WhatsApp on 0969 966 599. Mwai wako.
Everywhere I go, people wanna know why my dance moves are better. Chimalila nikabwela nikangena yaso, polo yaso, uchaya bwanji yaso. I just let the fun shine.
That shirt you're wearing,
it's brand new.
I like your style. What's that you're drinking?
Sunday, it looks so brand new. Oh, 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 I'm drinking Sunday. Let the fun shine. Brand new flavor, brand new taste, brand new. I'm feeling brand new with Sundance.
Feel brand new with Sundance with a fresh new look and new taste. And introducing sparkling new Sundance Passion. Sundance, let the fun shine. Trade Kings, improving lives. GoTV brings you more tension, more excitement, and more flair this March. It's top dogs against underdogs in the FA Cup, and as usual, you can never be too sure who to support. Another important game for Real Madrid as they look to secure another 3 points. With all the drama happening around Man City, will they be able to focus on getting the 3 much-needed points? Stay connected to GoTV for more nail-biting moments. GoTV, live it, love it.
Fruticana, fruticana.
Oh, no. Yeah, you are the test of a perfect summer. You are my guest at every dinner. You be exciting about them killer. You are the reason now I'm with her. You said ni good to me lily.
Life is better with you every day. You are the reason I'm feeling this way. Can nobody take this? Fruity, 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 kinda. You're the test of a perfect summer. Cause of you, I have no other. Fruity, 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 kinda. Why did I have to discover? Because of you, I have no other. Oh, na, na, na.
Introducing Fruticana Fruit Juice. Fruticana, find your fruity side. Trade Kings, improving lives.
By empty square.
I'm a diamond, I'm a diamond, I'm a diamond, you know I'm meant for you. I'm a diamond, I'm a diamond, I'm a diamond, you know I'm meant for you.
All right, so welcome back to it. My name is Malama, and of course, I'm sitting right here with Vida, and we're just about to get into the convo. Now, for the convo, of course, this is just, a social topic. Those conversations you really don't want to have sometimes, but, well, we bring them out so that we can actually start talking. But very interesting thing happened over the weekend. Geshgrove had shared what had happened at his household, and so did Chacha and Rose. So my question there was, what was your reaction when you found out that your house help was stealing? So Uncle Gesh, Chacha and Rose Sibisi did take to their social media. Okay, they did take to their social media. So I wanted to know, and that was the post, the actual post from Uncle Gesh that started a whole lot of saga, which was house help who was with us from 20th December was on 1,700 per month with daily breakfast and lunch provided. She took care of a house with 2 occupants only, because his kids are away for school. Was given Christmas bonus in first month she joined. But still chose to steal $300 from my bedroom, spending a weekend in police cell. So that's how his weekend went.
Well done, yep.
Right? So Chacha also did share this, her experience, and she said, all I can say is God is great. Special thanks to the Woodlands Police Women Detective Constables who were hands-on and worked with efficiency to help me recover various household items stolen from my home by my maid for the last year. Almost got instant mob justice in Bowling. And those are a lot of things. Okay,
this one stole the whole house. And the thing is, Chacha has CCTV outside her house, so she was even mad at herself that they didn't
pick it up. But I understand it's sometimes it's easy to miss the cameras, or it's easy to play on the cameras because you know where they are.
Yeah,
if you live there, you know where they are, so it's easy to maneuver around them. But also, Rose CBC had responded to Chacha and shared this on her story. She said, must go with my gut and report my caretaker
at office.
At office. He disappeared a month ago with illness claims, only to find he's been helping himself to a lot of my stuff, building every day, biting the finger that feeds you. Honestly, thanks for opening the space to vent. You see, so people get really, really mad when people steal from their homes. Now, this for me is what was interesting on Twitter. I don't know what's wrong with people out there. So, you see, Uncle Gesh says he pays his house help 1,700. Look, people now started complaining, oh no, how can he pay so much? And I'm thinking, is it your money though?
It's not your money.
Like, if he's, who knows, maybe he gets paid 80,000 kwacha. You're telling me he can't afford to pay someone 1,700. Let's say if he was making that much money.
Look, how much you pay someone, you don't even know where what their agreement was. Maybe it came up to that because she doesn't live so close to his house. You do not know what the agreement is with it. No, what you pay your maid isn't the same thing the next person should pay.
Your poverty shouldn't be that's not fair.
Shouldn't.
That is definitely not fair. But your house help steals from you. What has been your reaction? I know we've touched this topic before. But social media had to bring it right back.
Social media had to bring it back. I saw an interest. I can't wait for us to get to the comments that came off our social media. I saw a comment where someone wrote that the maid steals relish and they do not want to confront them about it, because that's been my experience also. So I feel like with every maid I've had, they've always been stealing, and it's just sometimes you feel too lazy to talk about these things or approach them about it. You're just like, you just say, okay, why is this happening, but not really, it's not so confrontational to them. So the last maid I had, she worked for me for almost 5 years. I noticed she was doing these things. I would notice things getting lost in the house, but then what made me lazy, there's times, have you ever if you've spent like 2-3 months without a maid and you notice, okay, I really need someone to be helping me in the house, then you know why when you think of letting someone go and the thought of starting to know someone again, it just seems too much. So you'd rather just leave them to be doing, you talk about it now and then, but not too much. But for me, the last draw was when my neighbors now came with my things. She had been stealing my clothes as well. So she would notice the things that I wasn't wearing for a long time. She would get them. Like, they'll disappear and I won't even know.
Yeah.
Like, shoes, they'll go, I would not even know. So things like cooking, we can't even talk about it. Things like Millie Meal is like, we used to share everything in half.
And
everything we shared in half.
The problem with food is sometimes you're just like, okay, it's food.
Yeah.
Maybe, somebody also overfeeding themselves. Like, you just really can't account for it. It makes it very difficult, especially when the house is full of people.
Yeah.
Now, when it's just you and the maid, okay, I think
when it's just you and
it would be much easier to notice. But I don't understand, like, for those who live like that. I know somebody was complaining that the maid was stealing washing powder, but I'm like, you live alone though, so like, how is she doing this and not thinking? What is she thinking, that the amount of clothes you need, like half a bucket of washing powder?
It's like they don't even think about that. That's the sad part. When I saw this and I got to the office, so one of our colleagues, in fact, John, so this one time we're hanging out and he starts telling me the story of what happened with them. So he left money in his jacket.
Yeah.
And then his jacket disappears. He looked for the jacket, asked her, where's my jacket? And he couldn't find the jacket. Then the next day, finds the jacket, but the money is not there.
Wow.
He calls this woman and she was so rude. I was like, Jonah, give me that phone. She cannot be this rude. I was so mad for them. I'm like, how do you people even allow someone to... Why? First of all, that's guilt. When someone's rude to you in that way, that's guilt. It's a clear tell of guilt. So for them to just even leave it be, I'm like, no, I was going to do something. Come on.
I would lose my mind. I mean, for us, well, we've had issues with house helps, but it hasn't been that crazy. I think the most we've had is just like the petty thieving of food, things like that. So it hasn't really been like, oh, she stole. Made a dramatic laugh.
You just never notice.
Like
but they still plate a lot. Lunch boxes, they still cups.
Yeah, those things.
But it's not all the maids, no. But
no, it's not
the
all
sad
maids.
Part is most of them do that. That's the sad part.
And it's
there's
so
very
hectic.
Nice maids out there.
It's so hectic. But let's see some of the crazy responses to what was posted, and of course we'll read some of the comments.
One of the comments there.
That's definitely a sickness. Yeah, stealing is a sickness.
Yeah, ungrateful being. Sometimes it's good to speak with someone. Probably she was going through something and needed help. But if they need help, they could say.
Read the next comment.
Sympathizing with the criminals, And we all going through things. Yes, we are.
Right?
Yes, we are. You know why? Okay, I'll share this.
Yeah.
To be honest, a lot of maids still, even with good conditions, of service. One store 1,000 kwacha I had put away as allowance. Another store money from my young brother's piggy bank. At least you got to take her to the police. Yeah. Here I am complaining about I was drinking my whiskey. She is next level at that one. Yeah. But why would you be drinking?
One of these, we all go through those days when you just need a drink. It's been hard work. It's been hard
No. You don't even know how much I got my whiskey. No. Other comments? Hired house help last week Thursday. Friday she stole my spare key. Saturday woke up to no TV and laptop in the living room. The inconvenience they cause is beyond me, even if the poverty rate is increasing. Sorry about that and hope you get your money back. What? The very next day. Ooh, I remember. There's an artist. Okay, I won't say their name. Maybe they wouldn't be comfortable with me sharing their name. But there's a hip-hop artist. They had a show in Livingston, had a mate on Thursday, left Friday, came back on Sunday, found the house was empty. I'm like, how do you even hire someone and then leave them with the house in a day? Like, seriously, you guys, you need to get NRC, a copy of NRC. You need to know where they live. Yeah. You don't just hire a person like that. I was like, you're to blame for that. They found the whole house.
Also, because maybe they were like, you know, I understand what they did somehow, because I would have just said come on Monday. It's better.
Yes,
they come on Monday, leave the lights on, like do that thing. Let someone even just be walking around if you need. You don't send someone to the house like if it's that serious. But I feel like he was so comfortable with the fact of whoever his name is that he was like, she can
steal from me.
Shocked. But let's finish up some of the messages, especially the one coming from Facebook. Let's see, what are you people saying?
Titus says it's her gratuity and pension. Wow. Banda, they get what you don't use. No, they don't. Even stuff you use. Just mostly for me, it's just religion. I can't address it. Don't know why.
Because
it's just
because it's food.
It's just like.
It's because it's food. That's why. It's because it's food. There's something about food that just.
But then it's annoying.
Yeah.
Other comments we saw this one.
Next comment.
For 1,700, I can be a house help myself. That job is not demanding. You just pianga suka bale. Sit down and eat and watch TV all day. That's of course if Veneva Nyumba Siva Chomapo. She is just an ungrateful cook. House help salaries are 3 times lower. Azamuziva Yohan.
Which is true. Not a lot of maids are getting 1.7, guys. That's almost
how do you even steal when you're getting? And anyways, for some people, stealing it's in their blood, if I can say it that way. It's in their blood because no matter how much you help someone, like for me, there's times even when I get
stealing. Yeah, and that's the annoying part. Yeah. Now here's the worst bit also about Uncle Geshi's maid. Here's the part that just had me losing it. So on that $300, she goes now to the CBD, okay, to go and exchange the money so that she can change them dollars. You know, I mean the dollars at 16 kwacha, guys. No, not this woman. She went to exchange it at 10 kwacha $1. Oh. I was like, you stupid woman. I was so angry. I was like, how are you going to, first of all, you steal the $300. Then I find out
when
you
change it for something.
You change it for 10 kwacha. 10 kwacha. That's
what happens.
The dollar is 16 kwacha, man. I was like, this woman is just, I don't.
That's what happens when you haven't worked hard for something. You think it's that easy.
Oh my god. But anyway, we're going to take a short break. On the other side, well, we will have the news on the hour. And we'll also be talking to your Maps. I can't wait to speak to him. He is a girl dad now. He's a girl dad. He just had a baby. The baby was born yesterday. So it's very, very exciting. We're all super excited. He's had a lot of congratulations messages come through from people in the industry, from his celebrity friends. Who would have thought? Would you have thought that would have been happening like 4 years ago?
I mean, just 2.
embuzi lilibe konkere mu mugodi nchosa buda kumedwalika onze.
Sungani umoyo wabanja lanu, chingilizani manzi ya munyansi na vimbuzi vakonkiri mu mugodi vovomelesewa vevichoka kuliwa Lusaka Water and Storage Company.
Like a mother's love, Tasty High Juicy is made from high-quality fruits. Start your day with Tasty. For that full breakfast, you can never go wrong with Tasty High Juicy. Treat your child to the lovely benefits of Tasty High Juicy. Tasty comes in different flavors. Manufactured by Revin Zambia Limited. For details, contact Revin Zambia Limited on +260 972 211 113. Email us on info@revinzambia.com or visit www.revinsarl.com.
There is a core belief at the heart of Liquid Telecom. The belief that every individual has the right to be connected. The pursuit of this vision has seen us build the largest independent fiber network in Africa. From Cape to Cairo, we are connecting more of Africa. Liquid Telecom, building Africa's digital future.
Ah, what's a fine lady like you doing on this part of town?
I've got a flat tire and I'm late for a meeting.
Flat tire? Hiyo ni porridge. Porridge ya nshara.
What are you trying to do? Changing the tire all by yourself?
I was wondering the same thing.
Our sister, what a black Lambo. Who does that?
Follow me.
Combat Energy Drink. Energy to conquer.
Welcome to MBET. Join our community of fun and lucky winners. It's easy. Play just from your smartphone by downloading our app or directly on the web 24/7. Enjoy and bet on top-level football competitions, more sports, perfect 12 daily jackpot, live betting, and quick lotto. Pay easily. MBET. Get your bonus on www.m-bet.com/ZM. Pay easily with MTN Mobile Money, Airtel Money, and Zamtel Kwacha.
How dare you stop in the middle of nowhere? Yet you know I've got an appointment.
Njota boss. Imozi chabe mojo. Njota chabe wali just.
Nomba ichaka chowe inenchuliremo.
You can't understand. Nidwala matendo kwa zungu. Ngati sinama mojo nichita so. So nifuna koloka mozi chabe mchitako. Okulisa nipase kwa one.
Difficult ndiwe.
Iwe chibuda nileke iwe nipase iyo orange iyo orange.
Boss, muliko na chigumu.
Budalo, fresh, chumpaka chelo. Wewe ni na injumpika mojo.
Everybody listen up! You know how they say laughter's the best medicine? Well, it's also timeless. Like these grown-ups taking a trip down memory lane. Maybe not so grown-up. I've also heard people saying that life is a comedy to those who think like a man. See what I did there? Stay connected for more hilarious moments all the way from Swamp World. Aren't they the cutest? We're here to keep you laughing your act pulls off. Go TV. Live it, love it.
Knowing how my family loves fruit, I thought of giving them a treat and introduce them to something new.
Juice it, time to have your juice. Blended with milk and juicy, juicy fruit. Juice it, time to have your juice. A little bit of milk and juicy, juicy fruit. So there's a little bit of milk and a little bit of fruit. Pineapple, mango, just to name a few. Mix them all together till it turns to juice. Take a sip, everyone, cause it's really, really good. Juice it, time to have your juice. Blended with milk and juicy, juicy fruit. Juice it, time to have your juice. A little bit of milk and juicy, juicy fruit.
Juice It Dairy Juice Blend, a fusion of freshness.
Trade Kings, improving lives. News on the go with Diamond TV, powered by MTN.
This morning's press briefing is particularly important in the constitutional making process in the Republic of Zambia. We, as UPND, have been very consistent pertaining to our position vis-à-vis the issue of amending Bill number 1 and 2 of 2015. Members of the press, when the bill was introduced on the floor of the House, we did indicate to the nation that as UPND, we are not going to support the amendment to the bill for various reasons. And we did state our reasons as to why we were objecting. The position at the time and the position now of the UPND has not changed. Come tomorrow, if the PF government wish to proceed with the proposed second reading of Bill number 10, please be assured that the UPND is not going to support it. We have been consistently consistent pertaining to the processes that were undertaken by the PF government prior to the introduction of the bill on the floor of this House. We, as UPND, on behalf of the people of Zambia, together with the progressive civil organizations and the three church mother bodies, have objected strongly to the enactment of Bill number 10. It must be stated very clearly that a constitution is not for a political party. This particular process is not for the PF or UPND. This is a process for the people of Zambia. The people of Zambia must participate and be seen to be involved in promulgating a constitution for themselves. And the people of Zambia have been very consistent. They have been very loud in their objections pertaining to the way this particular Bill number 10 has been introduced on the floor of the House. Having stated our position that we are not going to support it, we want to make it very clear that as UPND, just as the PF have done, they have lobbied, they have instructed their PF members to support Bill number 10. I as leader of the opposition in Parliament, on behalf of the UPND, we want to state that we are drawing a 3-line whip indicating that all loyal members of the UPND in Parliament have to toe the party line. They have to toe the line of the people of Zambia. And that line is that they should vote against Bill number 10. The line has been drawn in the sand. Anyone who crosses that line is not with us. He's not with the people of Zambia. And that is parliamentary. And when a party makes a position and they issue a 3-line whip, all members of that particular party must toe the line. And as I've indicated, a 3-line whip has been drawn. You are either with us or you are not with us. You are either with the people of Zambia or you are not with the people of Zambia. And as I speak now, I can confidently state that the people of Zambia do not want to see Bill 10 on the floor of the House. I will now want to turn to what Honorable Lubinda has been saying. And I want to respond very, very clearly on behalf of the UPND and on behalf of the people of Zambia. When this particular issue was raised on the floor of the House, we advised the PF that the most prudent thing to do is to withdraw the bill, let that bill go back to the drawing board, let the stakeholders be involved in ensuring that the issues they want are included in the Constitution. As I stated, this bill is not for UPND, this bill is not for PF, this bill is for the people of Zambia. The churches have spoken. The civil organizations in this country, they have voiced their concerns pertaining to Bill number 10. We, as UPND, have listened to the wise words of the people, the wise words of the church. We have listened. Honorable Lubinda is saying that he's going to make amendments when the time is ripe. And according to parliamentary procedures, amendments can only be made at committee stage. And committee stage only arises after second reading. When the second reading is done, the PF or any member of parliament has the liberty to make any amendments if the bill is allowed to go for second reading. They are allowed to do that. And if amendments are presented on the floor of the House, you only require simple majority to pass those amendments. That is what happens. We strongly believe, as UPND, that allowing this process to go through second reading is giving the PF a blank check so that they can make any amendments they require. There is no law that compels PF or any member of parliament to tell us in advance what amendments they can introduce on the floor of the House. They can introduce any amendment at any time. And I'm aware he was speculating that people of Zambia are saying they want to extend the term of office for Edgar Lungu to 7 years. Yes, it can happen after second reading. Anyone can make that amendment. They can even amend the Constitution to allow a term of 10 years. That is possible because you have given a blank check. After second reading, they can come up with an amendment to stop other people from contesting the elections. That can happen. There's no law that bars anyone from doing that. So members of the public that have been expressing concerns pertaining to this process are right, because there are no procedures that can stop anyone from introducing any amendment they want after second reading. It's not an issue of being mischievous. It's an issue which people of Zambia have been hearing from other members of the public who have been stating those issues. Us as UPND, we don't trust the PF. And we will never trust them anyway, because they are not worth trusting. And we have evidence to that effect. We are aware that in 2011, the PF walked out of the House when the issue of constitution was being considered. Now they want to behave as if they are the holiest. They want to behave as if walking out has never happened in the history of this country. They were the first ones to walk out. And we applaud them for that, because they were exercising their right as parliamentarians at the time. The PF were the first ones to expel their own members, 23 members of parliament, who were supporting the constitutional amendments. Why should they now turn around and say that UPND is not being democratic over the constitution making process, when themselves they were the most undemocratic? Even now, they are very undemocratic. If any member of PF votes against Bill 10, mark my words, that member of parliament will be gone. What is good for the gander is good for the goose. That's how things are. The PF are saying that this bill, which is before the House, Bill number 10, is not their bill. Please, members of the press, members of the public, take note that this particular bill that is before the House, Bill number 10, is a government bill. It's not a bill that was introduced by the so-called NDF. This bill is signed by the Attorney General, Ricardo Kalaluka, Attorney General for the Republic of Zambia. If it was a bill that was introduced by private members, it should have reflected the supporters, the movers of the bill. This particular bill is a government bill. Let them not play to the gallery and try to run away from their bill. This is a government bill. So for us, whatever they are doing, they are merely tinkering around their own bill. That's what they are doing. They are trying to please the nation by saying they are going to move amendments on certain issues that have been made by the public. For us, that's neither here nor there. For us, what we believe in is to retain the current constitution as it is until when there's consensus. They are trying to make some amendments to say we have listened to the people, we want to remove this, we want to remove that provision from Bill number 10. Why would you want to do that? The best thing you can do Honorable Luvinda and your colleagues is to withdraw the bill. Is to withdraw the bill and go back to the drawing board. 2, as UPND, if the people of Zambia were agreeable to the so-called amendments that may come, we don't want to believe in amendments. We want a totally new bill that shall incorporate the issues of Zambia, the issues the Zambian people want, not amendments. We don't want to go and debate Bill number 10. We are aware that a number of PF members, are happy with the introduction of members of parliament, the deputy ministers. And because we are suspicious, we think that they are enticing the members to vote against the so-called amendments because they are in the bill. Whatever amendments they are trying to undertake, if the PF members of parliament do not support those proposed amendments, because they will only require 2/3, those amendments will not go through. So what assurances are they going to give to the people of Zambia? The answer is none. The only assurance that can be given to the people of Zambia is to withdraw the bill, Bill 10, incorporate whatever concerns of the people in a new bill. And if those new provisions in the bill are accepted by the 3 church mother bodies, they are accepted by the Zambia Congress of Trade Unions and other labor unions and the other civil society organizations, we, as UPND, we are going to support a new constitutional amendment. But as it is, we are not going to support the bill. If they want, they can bring it this afternoon, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. As the situation is now, we are not going to support it. We will not do that. And we believe that currently, the constitutional making process is not the most important. Currently, that's not the most important. The people of Zambia, as you are aware, are now grappling with a situation where they are failing to acquire and have the requisite necessities of life. You are aware that there's a serious shortage of meal in the country. Where it's available, members of the public are not able to find money to buy meal. For us as UPND, we believe that that is one of the most important things that the government of the Republic of Zambia, if they are a responsible government, that is one issue they must address. We have not heard anything from the President of the Republic of Zambia on this issue. 2, if PF was a serious and responsible government, what they should be concentrating on now is to ensure that Zambians don't die from coronavirus. As far as we are concerned as UPND, no serious measures are being put in place to protect our people from the ravaging coronavirus, which has afflicted the world. There are no tangible measures that have been put in place. And in the event that coronavirus breaks out in this country, and please God protect us, we are going to be in trouble. We are going to be in trouble. You are aware of the infrastructure we have. We are aware of the resources we have. When we were debating the budget last time, we told them that the money they had provided for under the disaster management, 28 million, was not adequate. they played it down. But now they have realized that they don't have the money for the disaster management to enable the government meet the contingencies. Even the contingency fund which the government is supposed to have, there's no money. For us, we think that the resources of government must be, they're not doing anything about it. Goods and services, because we as Zambia obtain most of our goods from foreign countries. Goods and services are going up at an alarming stage. Members of the public will not be able to acquire the necessities of life. But the government is not addressing these issues. Most of the countries in the world, you are journalists, you have been listening, they are not delegating to junior members of cabinet to address the issues of the coronavirus. It's being handled at the highest level. Presidents are addressing the nation every other day, assuring that certain measures are being taken. Members of the press, you have to realize that the issue of coronavirus is not just a disease that also the economies now are collapsing the world over because of the coronavirus. And we expect the government to put all their efforts in addressing the issues of the coronavirus. What measures is government putting in place to ensure that the business communities remain afloat? We have been praising ourselves that we are a tourist destination. But do you know what has happened now? Airlines are cancelling their flights to Zambia. Ethiopian Airlines has already cancelled their flights. We may find other airlines cancelling, coming to Zambia. And you should know the consequences of that. All those businesses that thrive on tourism will be severely affected. The government is quiet. They are not doing anything. Those are the things which we expect the government to put in place. How are they going to protect other businesses? The government, if they were a serious government, as the government of Hakainde Hichilema will be, we were going to put contingent measures to ensure that we put monies aside to support businesses to remain afloat. If the businesses go down, it means loss of employment, loss of revenue on the part of government. And when there's loss of revenue on the part of government, there will be no money for medical facilities, there will be no money for education. But the leadership in government are seated in Dui as if there is nothing that is happening. When the issue of allowing foreigners to come in areas where there is a lot of coronavirus, it was raised on the floor of the House, and our president, the HH, says, can we stop people coming in here? Then we were being told that that is being xenophobic. But you have seen all the other countries now, they are stopping foreigners visiting them because their first priority is to protect their people. Are they being xenophobic? The answer is no. And any nation will understand. Even China today, they have stopped people from where there are other outbreaks of coronavirus from visiting China. What is xenophobic about it? It's just that actually we Zambians were myopic. We don't want to consider the plight of the people. That is where the problem is. So we think that the government is not addressing the issues of hunger arising from the shortage of meal, the issue of the coronavirus. They are not addressing it. And they have told us again the third issue, which we think is very important. They have told us that the registration of voters is going to start sometime in May. What measures have they put in place to ensure that on behalf of the people of Zambia, where no registration cards are being given, national registration cards are being given through the mobile process in the so-called strongholds of the PF? The other areas, members of the public are not being given the national registration cards. Members of the press, fellow citizens, a registration card is a right. It's not just an issue of wanting to get a registration card because you want to vote. A registration card, you are now being denied the right to employment. You are being denied the right to education. The government of the Republic of Zambia is being irresponsible. They are now diverting the attention of the people from real issues to the issue of the Bill 10. If they are saying that the concerns of the people under Bill 10 have been addressed, why would you want to go ahead with Bill 10? Leave the current bill, the constitution as it is, because all those things are there in the current constitution. They want to entice us because if you want to petition, you now have 30 days. Who told them that we want to petition again? Who told them? As far as we are concerned, we will not petition any results. We are winning. If they want to petition the results, let them get their 30 days. Yes. Because the people of Zambia are voting for UPND and Hakainde Hichilema come 2021. For us, the issue of 30 days is not an issue. The court have already pronounced itself over the 14 days. As far as we're concerned, the 14 days is enough for us to have the petition heard under the right conditions. So we are not worried about that. That is a very trivial issue. Honorable Munduvire talked about the chiefs, saying that the chiefs lost their power to appoint the sub-chiefs and other chiefs. The chiefs are not interested in that matter. The chiefs have said that matter should wait. So why are they concerned? They want to blackmail us that the people of Zambia want a Christian nation. Yes, we are already a Christian nation. Yes. If I say, no, if we say Zambia is a Christian nation, are you all going to be Christians? No. Is the behavior of the leadership of Zambia Christian? No. Is the behavior of the majority of people in this country Christian? The answer is no. Christianity is in the heart. It's in the beliefs. It has nothing to do with the law. Whether you enact a law that Zambia is now a Christian nation, if Honorable Kangombe wants to be a Muslim, he will be a Muslim. If he wants to be a Hindu, he will be a Hindu. Let's not blackmail the people of Zambia. We are already Christians because we believe in Christianity. We should not use that as a tag. I heard Lubinda saying we will tell the people of Zambia that they are refusing the clause because they don't want the Christianity. The answer is that we in UPND and others, we are already Christians. If they want to be compelled by law to become Christians, that's up to them. Christianity does not arise through prescriptions. It's through the belief in Jesus Christ as the Son of God. Honorable members of the press, that is what we wanted to tell you, that our position is very clear as UPND. We are not going to support Bill number 10. That is our position.
News on the go with Diamond TV, powered by MTN.
Masuwa ya sopano muzafwasisa manje na bishala vyemutaya mwasuwa na vimbuzi vamanzi ndiye pamene nizachoka nopita ponse.
Sungani umoyo wa banja lanu. Chitani connect kuli masuwa pipe ya sopano. Yaba Lusaka Water and Storage Company. Osaponyelamo vishala.
Every time I wash clothes, something goes wrong. The clothes are itchy, they are stretched, or completely faded. What am I doing wrong?
You're missing something.
Huh?
Boom Fabric Conditioner is specially formulated to stop your clothes from shrinking, stretching, fading, and fuzz. With fragrance burst technology, Boom Fabric Conditioner gives you a scent that lasts for weeks, keeping clothes fresher for longer. Try Boom Fabric Conditioner for a scent that lasts. Trade Kings, improving lives.
Get ready to step it up with GoTV. Step up your entertainment with GoTV.
How does this work? You need to listen to me.
Pay your account now and we'll upgrade you to the next GoTV package. Don't wait. Pay now and step up to more for the whole family.
That's exactly what I want.
GoTV. Live it, love it.
Being in the restaurant business commands for high standards of hygiene, and no compromises are permissible. And even in my home, I make sure to maintain the same high standards. With Broomforce Cream, I'm assured that even the toughest of stains are easily removed, as Broomforce Cream contains millions of
muscle.
Zambia is for the Zambians. Only Zambians will develop this nation. And the youth is the backbone of every nation. The youth is the backbone of our economy. The youth is the backbone of the future of this country. Therefore, I want to see a Zambia where the youth is given skills, is educated, is guided, and is empowered.
Are you a Zambian youth aged 18 years and above? And like many, are in need of empowerment opportunities? Now here is your chance with the National Restoration Party, NAREP. The NAREP Youth Empowerment and Job Creation Plan 2020 and beyond invites you to apply. Send an SMS to these numbers. Type your full name, NRC number, your town, village or district, and the type of skill or qualification that you have, or your area of business interest. Opportunities are available in the following areas: business and entrepreneurship, agriculture, energy, mining, information communication technology, media production and film, health and construction. Opportunities are also available for those with skills such as plumbing, tailoring, electrical, mechanics, carpentry, and so many more skills.
There's no need to wait for 2021 to fix it. With NAREP, services to youths start now.
Don't wait for 2021 to get your lifetime achievement. With NAREP, Niso Manje. Zambia for Zambians.
Here's a little song that we wrote for you. The words are very simple and they're only two. Scream it, just scream it. Like the moonlight adds a little light in the dark, you got to add a little light in your car. Scream it, just scream it. Scream it, ichilana mukaka. Scream it, ona kutikama. Scream it.
Introducing Cream It Tea and Coffee Creamer. It's not a coffee till you cream it. Trade Kings, improving lives.
addressing the media on a different number of issues, Bill 10 being one of the biggest concerns in the country, and of course the coronavirus. And remember, with the coronavirus, we as the people have to take it upon ourselves to ensure that we are following what we have been advised to do, which is washing your hands with soap. With soap. Okay, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. You are rubbing and washing your hands. If you remember the time Dr. Dalal was here, up to your wrists, from your wrists all the way in between your fingers. Make sure you are rubbing your hands thoroughly. You know, when you're washing, rub around your wrists, your palms, your thumbs. As you're washing your hands, make sure you really thoroughly get in there. After rinsing your hands, if you want to use some sanitizer, please do so. But don't use the water-based hand sanitizers. Look for the ones that are alcohol-based. Those are the ones that you need to make sure you look out for if you're going to have some in stock. Remember, don't touch your face, don't touch your eyes. Try and keep 1 meter 5 away from somebody, 1 meter 50 away from somebody. No handshakes. You know, we've seen Cyril Ramaphosa has come out and said, just elbow people, just give them the elbow. Even the mayor was giving advice on how to, go about shaking hands with people. So he was onto something. He really was onto something. So please, please, please take those measures into consideration. But now we've got wow.
Yeah, now we move into wow. Do take that and don't touch your face, please. I know it's hard, but keep these hands off your face. Now with wow, we start off on a sad note as former Defense Minister Dr. Kalombo Mansa collapsed and died at his home in State Lodge area. Now Dr. Mansa served as minister in various ministries including Foreign Affairs and Home Affairs during President Levi Mwanawasa and President Rupia Banda MMD's administration. He also acted as Republican president on several occasions. He was a law graduate. He was conferred with professorship. He also served as the Vice Chancellor of Cavendish University, Zambia. He was previously the Deputy Vice Chancellor and Dean of Postgraduate Studies and Research. Now, he held a Bachelor of Law from the University of Zambia, a Master of Law degree from Harvard University in the United States, a Master of Philosophy in Criminology from UK's Cambridge University, and a PhD in Criminology from the University of London. So may his soul rest in peace. And we saw Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba wrote something on just how they got to work together and how he helped communicate communication between then President Mwanawasa and Dr. Chiluba. At the time, Dr. Chiluba was facing court cases and he was falling ill. So that is a great loss, but I must say he had served his country. Now, moving on.
Can I just say his CV is
impressive. Right? Very impressive.
Well done to him. Yeah, I know he's late, but I think one thing he must have been very proud of is his achievements.
Yeah.
Because that is an amazing CV. I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, wait, what? That is great. Well done.
It just makes us think like, I have a lot to do.
Exactly. I have a lot to do. Okay. Well done. Well done to him.
Well done to him. Let's move on to so let's take a look at this video of a bus that was on fire.
That fire is angry.
So, the driver noticed that the engine was starting to catch fire, and thank goodness everybody managed to get off the bus. The only unfortunate thing is that most of the things were still on the bus. But crazy enough, there's people who were trying to get to the bus to get their things with that fire.
Because people don't have insurance, especially those who are doing businesses. You can imagine.
And then if you get
that,
hurt,
if that money goes, it's gone. So people are willing to risk, because that's all they have. That's all they have. That's what they are willing to risk their lives for. Because at the end of the day, that's going to be their bread and butter. So it's sad. It's sad.
Very, I think it's ridiculous to try and do that. Honestly,
at some point, when the camera got no sorts of income nowhere else,
life cannot be replaced. replaced. Life cannot be replaced. At that point, when this man's camera goes off, someone was trying to ask him if they could go and grab their things from the bus, and he said, "No, it might blow." It actually did explode, and he ran, and that's how come he didn't. The picture at some point was just facing the grass. That it's because it was that bad. The fire was that bad, and they would. Why would you even try?
I wouldn't even go anywhere close. If anything, that man even who's filming is even too close.
That's how I felt also.
He's even just too close. If it was me, guaranteed.
And also for the cars passing by. I was like, you're passing like there's nothing happening. It was like, okay.
People don't
off
care
I
as
go.
much anymore.
Off I go. Anyways, let's move on to, I know we've touched this. We talk about the coronavirus every day.
We'll be talking about
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So, South Africa has put a ban on those from high-risk countries from entering the country, and Uganda, Kenya has done the same. And other things that these countries are doing is they've closed, schools are closing in South Africa of this month, and Kenya is going the same way. So is Uganda. If there was an official from Uganda, it was kind of funny. She was just like, look, China has the second biggest economy in the world, and it's been hard.
We cannot. And it almost sounded funny how she was saying it, but I was like, I understand her. You're just like, look, if China, and then on this, that's why, I was looking at Lesotho, and I'm like, okay, this is a population of 2. And I think they were one of the first in the southern region in fact, they were the first in the southern region to have a travel ban. Nobody travels into Lesotho, no one is traveling out of Lesotho. And I understood, I'm like, 2 million. Then she's like, and if you're Ugandan and you're in one of these high-risk countries, please stay there. It's an appeal. Because deep down she knows. She knows that if it comes here, maybe the Ugandan government is not as prepared, and that's why she's reacting like that, because maybe she doesn't have confidence as well in her colleagues or whatever debates they're having and things like that. Sometimes, in as much as you want to be professional about something, but it also makes you feel uneasy because you're also just a human being. At the end of the day, run to fear. So, I can only imagine I'll be like, guys, listen, I may be the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, but listen, guys, we are shutting down because we probably do that. Panicking. But I think let's just take care. The most we could do is wash our hands. Let's just keep washing our hands, sanitizing. Let's be safe. Just keep yourself. Because like I was saying, right now Italy has recorded the highest deaths. People in Italy are dying very, very quickly, and it would be nice, regardless of all the measures we've put in place. I know I was speaking to a friend. He came in from Joburg last night, and he gave me a rundown of how the screening was being done at the airport, and I said, okay, Dixon Jay as well posted to his Facebook of how he was being followed up by somebody just to check, made sure that he's monitoring his temperature, just giving him guidelines to ensure that he is okay. But, the latest case I was just seeing now in South Africa is of a business person who traveled from Zambia to South Africa and then showing no symptoms, so they just tested positive and they have no symptoms. This is someone who's coming from Zambia, so you know what to think. Just keep yourself safe. It could be here, but you just need to protect yourself. Let's not alarm the people. I'm not trying to alarm you, but I'm just saying, let's be safe. Let's be safe. Let's move on to, let's talk about Mille Mio now. Mille. Let's talk about Mille. So, police had picked up 15 people who were buying subsidized Mille Mio in bulk from ShopRite on behalf of some shop owners in compounds with the view of reselling at a higher price. Now, these people were picked at from Kafue and SOS. This was when the Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo toured some of the ShopRite outlets to ascertain the causes of Mille Mio shortages. So, West's story is strange because one, I think those were one too many people to have been caught at the same time. Okay, in my opinion. Two, why is Bowman sitting like he owns the shop? No, at this point, on this picture, he started monitoring the selling of Millimil. Really? That's what he started to monitor it. But he took a truckload full of Millimil to his constituency. So, listen, first of all, I think this, like a lot of people are saying on social media, just looks like Bowman Musambo has too much time on his hands. Because you can't go and even take a chair to see people buying Millimil. Come on. This, for me, is a no. It is a complete fail from the minister. I'm just like, how? But others in America, no, let me tell you this. This is crazy. And I understood because it's like you can't, if there is no shortage, like, you're claiming what they let people buy. The numbers they want. Let people buy. In America, there was this couple that went to Costco or something like that. It's like a super big chain store, like Game, for example. And they bought like cases and cases of sanitizers and things like that, and were reselling at a higher price. That couple made $100,000 just from that. So the question was, are they being selfish or were they being smart, taking advantage of an opportunity? If the Millimil is cheaper in the big chain stores, then they must be a way that also the smaller stores should be able to buy at a much more cheaper price, maybe directly from the manufacturer, so that they don't have to sell at exorbitant prices. So I don't know. I don't think it's like getting arrested for being clever. Yes, it's like getting arrested for being clever. That's not a business opportunity, and why not take it? I would take it. I won't even lie to you. I would take it. I did that. There was these lipsticks I used to sell to the girls. There was this one shop in Kamwala. They used to sell them for, I think, 20 kwacha or 25. I used to sell them for 50 kwacha. There was a shop I used to get some soap from. They used to sell it for 30 kwacha. I used to sell it for 60 kwacha. But that's business anyways. That's business. Well, I'm confused. When you look at, because this has been trending, his pictures have been trending on social media, and they say with mixed feelings, because some people are in support. They're saying, no, don't be so selfish. We all want Millimil, so you can't buy the Millimil at a lower price. You're the ones finishing the Millimil off the stores, and then they're calling it extortion. So some are in support, but the larger numbers are like, okay. But the problem here is, I don't even think that the problem is the chain stores will obviously buy the maize or the Millimil at a much cheaper price. Yeah. Because they buy they're already making their profit. Yes, they buy in bigger bulk. So for the small shops, just see if a group of you come together. And in an area, you've got 20 shops in one area. The 20 of you can't come together, sit down with a miller, and then let them sell it to you at a decent price so that you all have stock. I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe people need to also play outside the box. Like, just think outside the box. I don't think we want to contain ourselves together. Let's talk to the millers. How much can they be giving out to us? How many bags do you want? How many bags do you want? How many? Okay, fine. But when the truck comes to distribute, sell your Millimil. So I don't know. Maybe we're all just, I don't know. But I would do that though. I got no need for an arrest, honestly. Let's move on to... So, a Zambian movie, Daliso, won the Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Award for Best Southern Africa Movie. So, the Zambian filmmaker Abraham Kawe won the prestigious award held at Ticket Pro Dome in Johannesburg. So, I saw many people sharing this. That's what he wore. No. Or is that just a picture? No, that's a picture for the nominations. That's a picture. That's not the award in his hands? It's another award. Oh, it's another award. Okay. So that picture is of the nominations. Yeah, because I was about to say the fashion at this award. But I haven't seen I was looking at the pictures like, did you see Boy? Did you see DJ Zintle? Say that's not what he wore. I hope that's not what he wore. I haven't seen his something close to that. You think? I'm telling you. He must have even just felt dirty despite the weight because their fashion was crazy. When in America when they have these awards.
No, but you get to see it if you followed. So this was the Mzansi.
This one was different.
No, the AMBC is Nigeria. Nigeria does
it's my heart and soul. Do not believe that the fashion better, but I feel like the stars have been bringing it for some time also. They really have. I think next year will even be better than this year because Stella is a big Google, and you will see why this artist is who she is. She's also the only Australian, she's also Australian-based artist to have won the award that she had won twice. I think it's in the hip-hop category. The only person, guys, let's have some respect. If you don't know somebody, sometimes just Google.
Yeah,
just
Google makes it easier. I don't get when people start asking, so who's this? I think it's just, some people like to be disrespectful. They just like to be disrespectful because
it's a great choice. I'm digging the opinion because those like who's something like but then those people were also asking who's Prince Kaybee. they have written and Google it. I do that sometimes when they hit song. That it's still bugging me that I can't remember this DJ's name because I know her. Like I was looking at her art stories just now. You will not make your memory story problems my problem. I refuse. But you know that feeling. Just like I need to. Right? So anyway, you have been watching the Diamond Connection with myself, Malama, and my beautiful co-host Vida. But be sure to catch us again on Wednesday. Now, I'm looking forward to Wednesday because I did tell you earlier, there's a young lady out in one of these universities who has been selling contraceptives, and she's also been selling condoms and V-washes, and my concern is this illegal? What risk are the students that are buying these products from her? So we're going to have somebody come through on Wednesday from the Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority.
Vanilla, strawberry and banana, and taste the joy in every sip. Milk and Milkshake, the shake that moves. Crate Kings, improving lives. GoTV brings you more tension, more excitement, and more flair this March. It's top dogs against underdogs in the FA Cup, and as usual, you can never be too sure who to support. Another important game for Real Madrid as they look to secure another 3 points. With all the drama happening around Man City, will they be able to focus on getting the 3 much-needed points? Stay connected to GoTV for more nail-biting moments. GoTV. Live it, love it.
Taking food before washing after changing diapers. This is tantamount to dangerous cooking. Tawaishiwa kama James ya numba Fibondo. Tayapu alalanga ma James yaka. Amanja mako kuma James tutata beba.
party after party. That's why Funko Sambila na hygienic soap. Ili na active super technology wangera. Soap with technology. After party.
Police, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta her right now.
You are under Samba in the laws of hygiene.
Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active super technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.